Okay, hello. My name is Halia. Today we are going to be going over ChatGPT and utilizing it for social media in order to grow your social media. And so I'm going to give you guys a few prompts and then we're going to go over how to use those prompts to really create content for social media. And then we have some other things going on later this week for once you create the content in ChatGPT, how to actually turn it into reels and pictures and things like that. So the first thing you want to do with ChatGPT is obviously go to chatgpt.com, okay? Set up an account. It is free. They do have a paid version. I don't use that. I just use the free version. You will find if you're using it a lot, sometimes it'll say, oh, like you have a limit until X time. That just means like it's not going to give you the same type of answers, but it'll still work with you. I have not had any issues with the free version, so I definitely suggest that. But you want to go create your account, and then what these prompts are going to do is it's going to start training your ChatGPT on what you need, what you like, and it's going to start acting as that service for you. Okay. So our prompts are going to be very specific. We're going to tell it exactly what we need to happen. And then it's going to create that for us in a matter of seconds. So it's really going to help with content specifically or brainstorming. You can even use ChatGPT to help you brainstorm trip planning. Let's say you don't have, or let's say you get an inquiry where you've never been before, you know, no information. You could definitely use ChatGPT as a starting point. So this is kind of just helping you get used to it, helping you learn how to train it. So that way you can really use it to help you grow your business. So the first one that we're going to go over, the first platform is Facebook. So you guys, I'm going to share this with you as well. Let me copy this link and I'm going to put it in the chat. So you guys can have this link as well. You'll see you're just going to need to copy and paste them into ChatGPT, okay? So if you look at mine, I have different chats, right? You can name the different chats. Like I have Facebook posts, I have Facebook comments. You guys, I've taught you how to use ChatGPT to respond to comments. So that's what that is, right? My Instagram content, TikTok content, Facebook content. Like I have different chats here so you guys can keep things separate and keep them a little bit organized. So that's why I labeled it like this as well. So you literally will just copy and paste this. Now, like it says right here, this prompt is based off of someone who is wanting to not only book travel, but build a team as well. Okay. If you are not wanting to build a team, just adjust the areas where it says things about building a team. And same thing for Instagram and TikTok. Okay. It's going to say, I have different travel booking and team buildings. I actually was able to split those ones up because they were a little bit more different than this one. If you're using Facebook, you don't want to build a team, just take out where it says like, it'll be like agent wins or agent successes. Take out those little words. The rest of it should be good. So you want to copy that and literally just paste it into Facebook or into ChatGPT. What it's going to do is it's going to then start spitting out a bunch of content. It's going to give you strategies, it's going to give you tips, okay? It's going to give you the daily pillars. And so the pillars that we want to focus on for Facebook are your personal wins. These can be wins for your business. These can be wins for your lifestyle. If you're a mom, they could be, oh, my kid just celebrated this or my kid just completed this. It doesn't always have to be travel related. What our content is going to do is it's going to allow people to get to know us on a different level, not just as a travel agent. And when they start to see a little bit more of like behind the scenes of your life, and behind the scenes of your business, they trust you more. So this is going to help you convert inquiries into sales more often. Okay, so we have wins, we have lifestyle, we want to inspire people as well. We want to show them behind the scenes, we want to show gratitude, and then we have the lifestyle and inspire combo. Okay, because those can kind of go hand in hand. And then it has another one, reflective wins and gratitude, right? So it's giving you different how to rotate the pillars for each day. Going to give you simple posts for like the because you want to post 1 to 2 times a day. So one pillar, and then one I like to do like an engagement or a motivation or inspirational post. So it's going to give you some simple ideas for that. And then it says, would you like me to map out a full week of content? Okay, so you just say yes, and it's going to then go and do that. It'll then ask you, oh, do you want me to do another week? You just say yes, 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 right? Same thing. Once you start training it a little bit, you'll see it'll come out a full week. You can just, I literally go in now and I'll be like, hey, I need another week of content. And it'll give me another week of content. Okay. Do you guys have any questions so far regarding ChatGPT and Facebook? No? Okay. So it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, right? It's just going to help you utilize this. You can start training. Let's say you don't like some of the ways that it talks or some of the ways that it or some of the ideas that it says, you can tell it. The more conversation you have with it, the more it learns you and your style, and then it'll start spitting out information and content based off of you and your style. Like earlier today, I was using it to help me respond to a Facebook comment when I had just woken up. So I was like, my brain's not working. I don't know where this girl wants to go, but I want to give her an option, right? I just copy and paste that comment into ChatGPT. I said, please give me a response for this. The last sentence it gave me, actually, let me pull it up. It'll be right here. The last sentence it gave me was cringy. I literally told it that, right? So I said, let's respond to this group, this comment, right? It gave me this response, which was a good response. But this last sentence, I was like, I'm not saying that. This is not coming from me. So I said, let's change that. It's a little cringy, right? And then it gave me another one with a better ending. Okay. So you can literally tell it, I don't like this. What it's going to do is update its memory so it doesn't give you that type of wording or whatever anymore. Okay. Let's move on to introductory post. This is super important as well. Even if you've already introduced yourself, especially as you're growing your account, you want to reintroduce yourself, I would say every few months or so. Okay. So you definitely want to have it help you create an introductory post. Again, copy, paste, and then when the parentheses, you want to make sure you're adding your own touch to it. So giving 3 to 4 facts about you, about your life, your background, your story on why you became a travel agent, and then what you can do is it'll create that introductory post. Then you can always go back and say, hey, can you create a post reintroducing myself based off of what you know about me? And it'll spit that out. Or you could literally just copy and paste and say, hey, I would add in like, oh, there's been a lot of new people, wanted to reintroduce myself and go in with it. Okay. But that is super important as well. And then you can also use that for Instagram. Like it'll ask me sometimes, do you want this in an Instagram format or a TikTok format or YouTube format? Like, do you want me to create that? You can always have it create it for Instagram as well. Okay, now for Instagram, it's going to be the same thing, right? We're going to have copy and paste. Now, the only difference between Instagram and then Facebook is I'm tagging my Instagram here and I'm tagging my TikTok. You can tag your Facebook in the other one as well, but I'm specifically asking it for feedback, right? In order to help you grow. So it says, I'm a travel agent and I'm trying to grow my social media following on different platforms. It explains what we do, right, as a travel agent. And then it says, I'm hiring you as a social media expert and as somebody who has taken several people who have started with little to no followers. So it's telling it, okay, this is who you are. This is what I need you to do for me. Okay. And then it's telling it to look at our Instagram page and advise how to set it up better. Now, I didn't do this for Facebook because we just did training on how to set up your Facebook page, right? So we don't need to know how to set it up better because we know that. And then give example of content ideas that I could do, given I haven't traveled a whole lot, because content on Instagram and content on Facebook are going to be two completely different things, right? They're different platforms. Facebook is more, I would say more engaging, right? You can have more conversations. There's more ways to have conversations. And where Instagram is more videos and pictures, that is really what Instagram is. So you need to know how to make content for videos and pictures when you haven't traveled a lot, right? If you haven't traveled a lot. Other people have. If you haven't, you have that as well. And then it tells it exactly what to do, right? So we're going to do that. We're going to start, like I said, I like to start a new chat. We're going to paste it. You're going to edit if you specialize in anything, put it here. If you don't specialize in anything, just leave it. I'm going to leave it. And I'm gonna say, or you could say what you want to work, like what you want to book, right? So let's say I want to book all inclusive, all inclusives, cruises, and Europe travel, right? Let's say I wanted to do that. Here's my Instagram account for reference. So then we're gonna add in our Instagram account, and I'm just gonna copy and paste this link. And then it's gonna start giving me all of those tips and those answers. This is old. One second. Yeah, I've changed that. So, okay, whatever. It's using an old version, but it's okay. So you can see it's going to give us quick fixes to enhance my page. Okay. Stick to consistent visual theme, organized highlights, bio link and optimization, hashtag and geotag strategy. Okay. Which is also all stuff if you guys have been plugging into our trainings, the corporate trainings or even the travel knowledge trainings, this is all stuff that we're telling you as well. Content ideas, okay? So value-driven carousels and reels, it's going to give us different ideas for those. Behind the scenes, it's going to give us different ideas for those. Client-centered social proof, mini guides and checklists, Q&A, interactive stories, collaborations, and live sessions, okay? Then it's going to give us a sample content calendar and bonus tips. So call to actions in every post, user-generated content, and then it's going to give us template use ideas and how to monitor performance. And then it's going to give us a growth timeline, okay? And how we can increase our content to increase our growth. Then it's going to ask us if you'd like a content template or brainstorm. Say, and then I'm going to add in using this information. Please provide a 30-day content calendar. Posting 1 to 2 times per a day. And with Instagram, you want to do 3 to 10 stories a day, okay? And 3 to 10 stories per day. And stories are super important because they give people a deeper, like, look into behind the scenes of your life, right? Stories don't always have to be about travel, they can be about your day-to-day stuff. So now it's going to give us that weekly themes, it's going to give us the content calendar, okay? The main post, the second post, and then stories for 30 full days. Any questions on Instagram while this is loading? And you can see it'll even plug it into Canva or Google Sheet Tracker for you guys to track your content. I use personally a Canva tracker, and I'll pull that up at the end. Um, but I don't have it put it in there. I put it in myself because sometimes I don't like all of the content ideas it gives me. So I'll have it give me new content and I can like pick and choose which ones I like. Alrighty, now moving on to TikTok. And again, we have travel booking and team building. So if you are wanting to build a team, then copy this one. If you are wanting to book travel, copy this one. Okay. And same thing for TikTok. If you're wanting to build a team, copy this one. If you're wanting to book travel, copy this one. So we're gonna do the same thing. It's the same prompt, you guys. It's just instead of focusing on Instagram, it's gonna focus on TikTok. Okay. So otherwise it's the same prompt. So then again, we're going to start a new chat. This is Instagram growth strategy, Facebook content strategy, and now we're going to do TikTok. Okay. So I book travel for others and plan itineraries. I want you to provide value on pace to gain followers, likes, etc. Again, I'm hiring you as someone who has taken people with little to no followers, look at my page, give example of content ideas. Okay, so again, same prompt. So I'm gonna put want to specialize in all inclusives, cruises, and Europe. Oh my goodness, Europe travel. Here is my TikTok account for reference, and then we're just gonna link the TikTok account. Oh, wrong one. So the beauty of these prompts, you guys, is you don't have to do too much thinking. You literally are just copying and pasting, okay? And change and editing a little bit to your own self to personalize it. But same thing, it's going to give us that information. It's going to give us bio, okay? It's going to give us profile image, content audit, okay? So what's working, content strategies, posting and format suggestions, scaling to Europe and all inclusives, because that's what we talked about, right? A sample content calendar, account optimization, and then more tips, okay? Then we're gonna do the same thing. I'm literally just gonna go here, scroll up. Where is it? Here it is. And same thing as Instagram, we're gonna use that with TikTok, right? Posting 1 to 2 times a day and 3 to 10 stories a day because TikTok has stories as well. And it's going to give us similar, but a little bit different, more catered towards TikTok. So again, content pillars for the week, and then it's going to give that to us in content for 30 days. And then also, you guys, what you can do is you can have it fully curate those TikToks or those reels, like the scripts and all the things. So you can say, if you don't know top 3 cruise lines for first timers, right? Let's say you don't know that, you can copy this. And then again, it gave us all of this stuff. It says, want me to build out scripts. Okay. So you can say, please build out scripts. Oh my goodness. For week 1 posts. Another thing you can do is like, let's say you like a specific post, but you don't want that whole week. You could literally copy that post title and say, please fully curate this post, and it'll do that. So you see, it's going to give us the goal, right? The hook, voiceover, and what we can say. Okay. And then it's going to give you the caption and what even to put for visuals. And same thing for the next one. All right. So you don't have to do too much like in-depth thinking of it. Obviously, go in when you're doing these, make sure like any information it's giving you is accurate. Make sure if you need to adjust anything, you can adjust it. But you have the basis to start off, and then you can actually start working on creating that content. Okay. All right, you guys. Do you guys have any questions? I do know too that Perla is doing trainings. Check when her training is. Okay, so actually today at 6 p.m., you guys, Perla is doing creating content like a pro. So what she's going to go over is specifically TikTok, okay, and creating content for TikTok. So you guys can use what we learned today and what you're going to learn with Perla in order to start creating TikTok content, okay? And Facebook and Instagram, but really TikTok, okay? So what I want to see from you guys over the weekend is at least 1 TikTok posted to your account over the weekend, okay? Do you guys feel like you can do that? Let me
Yeah, I actually haven't used TikTok